What's going on, everybody? Malcolm here with the one and only, the one and only. Y'all, let me spaz real quick. Andre Meadows,
Hey.
the black nerd.
I'm a black nerd. There are many others. D makes it sound like I'm the only one. Like I'm not. There's plenty more where I came from. Nah, I ain't make them. Don't be putting your babies on me.
I
Even get started with this. Look, let me just appreciate these microphones.
Yeah,
This is I'm talking in a Voltron.
yeah.
This is great.
I'm totally shocked because you're always screaming Baby Groot on your channel, and I'm shocked that you did not go with Baby Groot. But I'm shocked.
This is Voltron though, man.
This is Voltron.
You gotta
The new
have
Voltron.
I
I love the new Voltron.
that. That's really cool. So Voltron for me, growing up was I called it the 3:30 show because it was a show where like it came on right when my bus got home, so I had to like run.
Run in the
and
house,
I never got to catch it from the beginning. Every episode of Voltron I saw starts around like 3:47 into 4 o'clock.
That's a lot of TV.
Yeah, because well, at three like I would get like the last like 12 to 14 minutes of show, which technically is like 8 minutes of show because the rest of that that's commercials and stuff. So yeah, so usually by the time I got in, they were already in this. They were like any build up to this, I never saw. But as soon as I got there, I was like, all right, I guess
No storyline, no.
we're doing it. Yeah, and I know some of that animation is recycled, so I just like, all right, we'll do this again. But I still watched it. Still good stuff.
I talked to you yesterday, man. I told you, thank you for being who you are on social media. It gives hope to people like us, man, especially to see somebody that looks like me and my wife come home. Are you watching Black Nerd again? I'm like, why not? What else is there to watch on TV?
Yeah, no, man, I appreciate that. Like, it was one of those things where like, this is how I am. I wanted to do my thing years ago, and I just was like, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, whatever, just for funsies. And then like, it's just so good to hear that people are like, oh, cool, now I relate to this, or this is like me, or everything, and that's the thing. That's why I tell people is like, this whole concept's not new. Black nerds have been here for decades,
we
for
just
generations.
haven't appreciated.
Well, even that. I think it all depends on what your growing up is or what your experience is. I think I've talked to people who are black nerds who are like, yeah, I've been a black nerd, loud and proud for no problem, and everyone was cool with it, and that's how I grew up. And then you talk to other people and they were in areas where it's like, no, that you couldn't do that, you would be made fun of. Or like I always talk about, like I was in the sports area, like everyone was mostly an athlete because everyone was like getting
trying to be Michael Jordan.
Yeah, trying to be the next Michael Jordan. Exactly. So it's like it's all different experiences, but it's just interesting now to see that like people are really like owning it even more and more. I think the internet played a large part in that. Not my channel, but just like in general, like the internet is really a large part of just connecting people together and just realizing that everyone was having these personal experiences, but they weren't the only experience. It's like now we see like, oh, other people have been going through the same things I'm going through, pros and cons, and now you feel like you're not alone in that mindset, which is really cool.
Right. My wife asked me the other day, we were having a discussion. She said, I think I missed when you just got into all this comic book stuff and going to conventions. It just surprised me. I said, well, you have to understand, I grew up not having internet. I didn't have cable.
Yeah.
So all
internet is a new thing. I know that's hard for some of you youngsters to understand, but YouTube was only out a few years ago.
Right.
The internet was in the early days was very slow. Phone line to get to it. And in some places that's still the case.
Yeah. All I had was regular TV.
Yep.
No cable, no internet. PBS.
Yes,
I did.
Okay.
I did with a VHS
so you
insert on.
That's good. I had to I started shared television and then eventually the passage of having my own TV, which is usually just meant your parents got a new TV
and then
you get to keep your television.
Right.
Yeah. Before the
like I said, and that's why Power Rangers is such a big thing for me because that's all I had.
Yeah.
That's the only channel I had. That, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, all of that good stuff. Pokemon.
Yep.
Especially good old Pokemon. I gotta love Pokemon.
Oh, of course, yeah. The Pokies.
Them Pokies.
Yeah, no, man. It was like Power Rangers was just that show that was just such a interesting and different thing that was coming up. I was talking about it recently. Like, as much as we still, the past 25 years now, like you really got to look back and think of how that pitch went. It's like, let me get this straight. In 1993, you want to release a live television show when everything else was a cartoon at the time, or mostly a cartoon. and you're going to take Japanese Super Sentai footage that's never been in America, that's not really known as much, mix that with some American footage with a bunch of unknown actors, and put this on television to sell toys and think that's going like that. Like, just like when you hear that, you're like,
you see the
what? Yeah,
it.
like let me make a call real quick. This guy's really lost his mind. And then but then when you see it all pieced together, it shows like what can work in execution. Like,
I didn't learn about Sentai until I got internet.
I get
think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad because watching the show, I knew it was like something's not right about this. Like, yeah, but they shot this like yesterday. Like this is how the show was supposed to be made. And like when everyone was like, no, dude, it's like this whole Japanese series. It makes what? And you know what? There is still people to this day. That do not know. Like they know of Power Rangers, but they don't know about they don't know that they think it's all an American show. Like they have no clue that stuff comes from Japan. I was like, you never noticed that during the fights, the people got a little more Asian. Like you just never.
Running away.
Yeah, you didn't notice the Japanese lettering on buildings all of a sudden. It's like, when you're just in the illusion of the show, like it just never becomes a thing. I mean, now we're in that that internet age of like, let's slow everything down frame by frame and nitpick things so you can see it now. But like back then, when you're just watching the show and it was just glossing by your face and you're just intrigued by the action, it never occurred to you that one part of it was shot in Japan, the other part was shot in like some small town in California. Same Zord initiation, same everything, and you didn't care. You did not care. You thought it was a new shot every time. Yeah, I loved it. It's the cartoons the same way. Everybody want to talk about how, back in the day, my cartoons, my He-Man, my Transformers, my Thundercats was so
same stuff.
Go watch that Thundercat intro. Spend all that money on that intro. Go watch those episodes again. Go watch He-Man again. You're going to realize
the same thing.
Some of that animation was imagination. Still love them, but like people try to act like it was some high quality like Disney level. I'm like, nah, man. They was syndicated 5 days a week so you can go buy some toys. It's all about it. Yeah, like Power Rangers same way, but like that's what's so cool. That's what's so interesting about any kind of show like this is that obviously the show is made. You want to sell the toys, you want to sell that merch, but you can still have a good story. You can still have a good series. I mean, that's why there's some for 25 years, there's obviously some Power Ranger series that people gravitate to more than others. Right. And I think a lot of that is because of that reason. The format, the style of the show, technically, has varied, but it's not too. Nothing's ever strayed too far away. Even RPM to a certain sense, even though it gets a little bit darker and apocalyptic, but it's still Power Rangers.
It is.
They even still make jokes. They make a lot. It's like some of the funniest jokes I've seen on Power Rangers comes from RPM.
Yeah.
But it's just something about if you get the right cast, the right stories, the right adventures, people can gravitate to that stuff, and it gets beyond just here to sell things or here to fill programming. It becomes something you get attached to, which is why you can have an event like Rangerstop pop 25 and people coming out meeting their Rangers and loving it. It's just so cool.
I love all of your videos, of course.
Oh, thank you, man.
One of my favorite videos is every 6 months I can count on it that you're gonna do a video where I haven't opened my mail. Those are the
I don't know.
It came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So great. You know what's sad is I picked up a package I didn't open when I got here, and I'm pretty sure it said perishable on it. So my place might be a little different smell when I get back. No, it's like one of those things where like I know it now, but it's just so funny to keep doing it. And like no company has gotten mad that they're like, why didn't you open my mail from like 4 months ago? I'm like, you ain't tell me you was sending it.
I've kind of got like that myself. Like,
yeah,
I'll get home from work, and I don't feel like checking the mailbox. I've been tired from work. I just go straight in the house. So the other day I went in the mailbox. It was a stack of mail like this thick, and my wife said, "Husband, you forgot to check the mail for a couple of weeks."
Hey man, You know what? In the day of email and digital age, it's like if someone's sending you something, that's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. Like it's a mail you really want, or it's a mail you ain't never want to see.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing that spoils me. The the Postal Service has a email they send you now where they send you a black photocopy of what's coming in the mail for that day.
Oh, really?
So if I see it, I'm like, nah. And
Oh,
keep
I
it
didn't know
going.
that. Yeah, they ain't
So,
giving me that.
That's another thing that keep.
When they when they look at it like, I'm keeping this. This looks like something interesting. I'm gonna keep this. But thank you for getting sent here. Thank you.
Man, thank you so much for
Dude,
interviewing
thank
with
you.
me. This is like the interview of a lifetime.
Aw,
it goes
dude.
in my top 3. You got JDL.
Thank you so much.
And then you got Andre. I don't know who's going in third spot, but we'll figure that out later.
Yeah, JDF again. JDF sandwich.
Yeah, that's why I got JDL shirt, man.
Yeah, are you gonna go see him? He's here today. He's
definitely
here.
gotta go see him.
Looking
Definitely gotta go
sharp too. At the business suit on.
Always clean.
GQ Ranger. I love it. I'm all like, I got all the Ernie shirt. I'm just here. Whatever. Doop-a-doo.
But thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you, man.
Thank you again, Andre.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
I appreciate
We'll see
it.
you guys. We're at Rangerstop and Pop. I forgot to say that.
Rangerstop and Pop in Atlanta.
All right.